Hello, everybody, and welcome to our next great webinar. So I'm very happy that you're all interested and thank you for joining this webinar. My name is Florian Eckele and I will guide you through this webinar today. So today the topic will be presented by Asger Steffensen, Channel Sales Director and Partner at WorkPoint. We will speak about our case and document management solution. But the most important in the beginning, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to put them into the Q&A. I promise you I will take care of them. And after the presentation, we will answer your questions, of course. This is for sure. So it's time for our presenters. So enjoy it, and I hope you have fun. Hello, Asger. I hope you are also ready and you are happy to show us something where our life makes easier. So I will send you live so everybody can see you now. And if you share your content, then just you can start.
Thank you, Florian. Welcome everybody. Yes, as Florian says, today is about case management and with a special focus on accounting. First, I will share a little bit, a few slides to set the scene, and from there on, we will go on to a live demo. Let me see if I can show my slides here.
Yes, I have it. I will send it live right now, so you can start with your presentation, Asger.
Thank you very much. A little bit of background. We are a Danish founded software company, has been around for quite a few years. WorkPoint has been a product we have developed and marketed since 2007. Today we are mainly focused on WorkPoint 365, as everything is in the cloud these days. But obviously it started with on-premise back in the days. We have a very close relationship with Microsoft, work a lot with Microsoft in terms of how we develop our products, and also to make sure that we are not conflicted with anything Microsoft do, and so on. So we work through our partners, so to say. Our international partner channel is they are the companies that actually sell and deliver our solutions. So if you have any questions about WorkPoint, you don't need to go to us. You're more than welcome to do that, but you can always reach out to any WorkPoint partner, and you will see the list of WorkPoint partners in your area on our website. Our companies span quite widely. We have many companies, customers in many different industries. We're looking at specifically accounting today, but as you can see, there are very many other sectors that are represented due to the broadness and the versatility of WorkPoint. Our customers are typically can check some or all of these boxes that they are in the Microsoft platform. They have signed up for Microsoft 365 and are utilizing that. They typically need governance around their solutions. They need business solutions. They need process and document support because they work a lot with information and documents. So if this looks like you, then you may be in the right place. If not, then you're more than welcome to listen in anyway. WorkPoint 365, as I said, is a quite broad platform, and there are many different solutions. Case management is just one of them. Take a look at our website and see the other offerings we have, or contact your partner. Specifically for accounting and for case management, there are some highlights. What we bring to the table is a lot of structure, a lot of automation options, not only in our own system, but also because we can hook into the underlying Microsoft platform, so we are able to also use all the applications that they have in their portfolio. So for the users, hopefully that provides more ease of work and a better overview. We like to say we have a quite user-friendly and familiar interface. I believe most customers will nod to that. So with our solution for case management, you can manage a lot of things around cases, not only the cases themselves, but also the process there in the stages, what tasks need to be carried out in each of the individual stages, and whether they are completed or not, etc. Also creating documents and managing emails, email communication around specific customers or cases. And of course, it can be all be tied up in a dashboard that can also be refined with using Power BI, for example, or other reporting tools to create reports on where the cases are. But let's have a look at what we can offer here. I will just switch to my WorkPoint solution, which should be this one, and that doesn't seem to be shared, or does it? Florian, can you confirm I'm sharing my browser now?
Right now, I just see the slide. Let's go into demo mode.
Right, let me just change my sharing here. I've apparently chosen the wrong sharing. So let's share.
Okay,
Desktop.
Yes,
that probably help.
I will share it yet now. So now we can see your desktop.
Very good. Now this is the front page of the solution, the demo solution. Hopefully everybody can see what's on. I've zoomed in a little bit in the browser. The WorkPoint solution, as some of you may know, is built with our building blocks called business modules. This solution can be seen here has 5 business modules, all centered around clients, as we work with the clients, and we have various types of cases and contact persons under these clients. So we do various work in accounting today. Accounting firms typically do much more than just accounting. They do advices on legal perspective and a lot of other different things. So here are some examples of types of cases. And of course, with WorkPoint flexibility, you can have even more or different types of cases. So on the front page itself, you will see a landing page with a list of clients, list of cases. I have my task here. As I said earlier, this could easily be refined with reports and other things from the underlying platform. It is a fairly bland dashboard here, so it could be much more advanced, but you can have this refined with both a more general view, but also very personalized view with my tasks, my clients, my cases, and all my statuses that I need to look into. But here it's fairly simple, as I said, cases, financial statements I'm working on. Navigation-wise, on the top right, we have our buttons. This is typically used for creating new elements. We call them My Tools, these buttons. And you can see I can create a new client, a new case, new statement. Now, that's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be done manually by the user. New clients or new cases could be created from another system if you have integration with the other systems that you want to use. So then that could be automatically fed into WorkPoint. We have an integration API for this. If I just navigate to my left here, as I said, I have my list of clients, I have my list of cases, I have my list of statements. So I can go to my list of clients and say, for example, I want to see my clients. Now that's not the only way to go to navigate to a specific thing. So this is a very short list. I only have 2 clients, so I could also go and have a look at the cases. I'll see the list of cases here. This list can give me the overview. I can filter, I can search, and do all kind of things with these views. I can also create specific views for what I need if I have the rights. There is another way of looking into or finding my information, because I have my search feature over here that's always available. So here I could also I have a special search here based by case type, so I can use this as a kind of either I can search, but I can also just do a drill down and say I want to see building project types, or yeah, of course that was the one that, oh, there was one actually here. So this is another way of going to my cases. I can go up again. I can see my housing assistance. Now this is something that can be done with any WorkPoint solution. It's not specific for this. It's just a configuration thing. Another thing, I can of course search for my documents, individual. So if I start searching for JJ, I get very few hits. So this way I can also find information. I have all these tasks on my front page, and task is a big thing in this setup. So here I have also a task search. I can do a search for tasks on free text, or I can do a search for who this is assigned to. So let's say if we can find anything assigned to Lone, that will give me the list assigned to Lone, and I can then check these off. If I say Lone actually has too much work, so I want to take some of these tasks and assign them to somebody else, then I have the send to list, the send to button, which will then start a wizard that will let me assign these tasks to somebody else. It can be used also if for example, Lone is on a long-term leave, or if she sick or resigned, and you need to reorganize your whole organization with because you have new people coming in. So then you can change this around. There are many ways to do this, but this is just one example. So let's just jump down to one of the clients that we're working with. I'll just jump back to my clients list, and I will see I have here Brett Greenwald, guy I'm working on. And here we see the overview of Brett Greenwald with all of his underlying cases. Brett Greenwald Inc., actually a company. So I have here some documents, I have contact persons on him, I have events, and down here I can see all the cases, some different types of cases we have with this client. You'll notice there are general cases, there are financial statements, and there are insurance cases. Now, cases could be, as I said, also could be done by creating could be created from another system, but it can also, of course, be created from here. So let's just see how this works. Clicking this will provide me with a form. Sometimes, especially in the accounting industry, you need to have a number of checks done before you create a client or a case, depending on how you work. But there could be multiple things you need to check: tax information, check for whitewash, and a lot of other things. So now in this setup, we only have a simple form that will just give me the ability to write something here and fill in these details. But you could have this set up with a complete flow that would not only create a case, but also tap into other systems, public or private systems that you have access to, and collect information before you actually can get this case created. So if there are some legal requirements or other things that you need to check on the way, this could be a flow that would help the user creating the case correctly. This case will just type one simple form, and we will now have the case created. Go down here and we can see the insurance case 3 the site is about to be created. It's just happening in a few seconds. Also note that this has gotten a case ID. It's an automatic setup where you automatically give the system gives the case an ID. So here we are under Brett Greenwald, and we are on insurance case 3. We noticed it says active, so that's the stage this is in. We have only 2 steps in this stages in these insurance cases, but the WorkPoint stage model is capable of many different stages. It's a configurable stage flow, so you can define exactly what kind of case setup, stage setup that works in your organization. And as you can see, here are the metadata. I didn't fill in any of them, so there's only the automatic generated ID, but obviously could be a lot of other things here. Also, these metadata are configurable, so you can have any metadata on a case that you wish. You can also note here that we have general documents, documentation, evaluation reports. These folders are automatically created. You can have any set of folders created automatically as you prefer. You can also have it have it done when you, for example, change a stage. Now there's only 2 stages here, but if you have if you had more stages than just closed, going into another stage could also create you a set of different folders if that was your preference. Also important is that you can have tasks. These tasks are automatically created, and you can have them done by a template. Now, most people think of documents when we talk about templates, but WorkPoint has a template, a more broad template setup where you can create, for example, tasks. So you can say for each type of case, I want to have a specific set of tasks created, and they would be based on a task template. So when you create, in this case, just an insurance case, there will be a set of tasks that are assigned to specific people. These are not assigned, but they could have been assigned to somebody on the way. So here we do click this, and I'll see now we have completed 1, and we have 6 not started. So it gives me a quick overview of where this case is. Another thing about running cases, typically documents are based also on templates. In this setup, we have the access to a wizard giving me a document, access to the document templates. So if we do a name of my document, and we have document library, we would choose where to put this document. It'll be in the document library here. There's only one document library on this case, so it makes sense. It's just default to that, but there could be multiple, so I could have multiple document libraries. I can choose whether I want to add it to one of the folders. So we can just say, let's put it in the general document one, and that, and then I can choose my document templates. Now, the system shows me only templates relevant for where I'm working with. I'm working on an insurance case, so these are the only document templates I can have for insurance cases. There may be several other document templates in the system, but they wouldn't show up here as these are as we're in an insurance case. There's a letter template I can see, and I can see the preview here. I can also see that this will probably merge some data into the system, or sorry, into the document. So when we do save and edit, the document is being generated. It's been saved in the first version. Let's just go down and see in my document folder. This is where it's created. We can also look at it in the full document library. That's probably a little bit easier. General documents, and here is my documents created a few seconds ago. Now there's only a few metadata on this document list. There could of course be multiple, as many as you would, and you also have the ability to automatically add metadata to a document when it's created. So it could be information about the case, such as a case ID or similar things, could be added automatically to the document if you preferred that. Let's just see if the Word has opened. It had. So here we have the document, the letter. It's been merged the data into the customer, to the client, and there's of course a case ID also merged into the system, and then we can finish our document. Right, so general cases, running documents, creating tasks. These are some of the things that looked into here, but that's only on the insurance cases. Now, there are, as I said, there are several types of cases, so let's just jump back to the Greenwald and see what other options we have. Now, with, for example, financial statements, that's a yearly ongoing thing where every year we need to help Greenwald Inc. to do the financial statements. If we go and look at the one for last year, we can see here is, again, some tasks and document folders. When we want to get ready for this, for the next year, for a financial statement 2022, then you can of course create a new blank financial statement case, but we have a feature in WorkPoint that allows me for copy the existing, because there are typically a lot of tasks, a lot of documents and things that needs to be done again and again and again every year. So the easy way to create a new financial statement for Greenwald would be to copy. Copy wizard will give me the ability to create an exact copy of the case I'm standing in. and I can choose what do I want to bring over to the new one. And this one, it defaults to having the content of the tasks, but let's say we also maybe want to have the folders brought over. Then we can simply say select, and now I can choose how much do we want to push this over, because all the dates on the task should of course change and everything. So in this case, we could say 1 year, or we could say weeks or month. Makes sense, it's a year. So now we will move on. We need to give this a new name. We just changed the year here. We can add more metadata if relevant, and now we simply say move on. So now we're copying this financial statement case and rolling all the dates and all the document folders and everything to this to the next stage. So if we just jump back to, can close this one instead. Back to Brett Greenwald Inc. Hopefully it's creating a financial statement case right now. That's it. It's created there, and hopefully we have everything moved with us. We have the folders, we have the new data, and they have a due date in 2022. So all seems to be done right, all assigned to users. So we can now start working on the financial statement for Greenwald. Another thing very much up these days are Teams. We have a Teams integration to WorkPoint. So and the way it works is that you can have either Teams created automatically, or you can have Teams created manually. Depends. You can have Teams created in a specific stage. Let's see if I haven't got a button here, so we'll just jump up to Greenwald here. So if we look at the insurance cases, I think we have the ability to create a team. Or am I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Need to go back to the right place. Sorry for this. So we'll just do the general case. And there we go. There's a button. I couldn't remember which module was set on, but the general idea with the teams is that you do in the problem with the teams from Microsoft, if there is a problem, is that you can, if you're not careful, you will have teams everywhere. Everybody will, and his dog will create teams, and they will be, you know, impossible to navigate around. In our case, we have said we want to be able to create teams based on the modules. So we will only create teams based on these modules, and they will store data in the same place, the documents, etc., as we do here. The way it can be done is that we can say we want to have teams created either when we create the whole case in the request phase, or maybe we want to have teams created in a different stage. It'll happen automatically, or we can do as it is set up here, simply by manually request a team. So clicking this button will pull a trigger and request a team from the underlying Microsoft platform. It takes a little while to generate that team, so there's a lot of things that need to be done. So I'm not going to show you how that it just creates a job. But let's just jump back to one of the cases and see an existing one. So on my case list here, I can see where they have teams. There's a Teams integration. So from here on, I can say, let's just jump right to my Teams site from WorkPoint. This will open Teams. I'll use the web app. Could be just as well in Teams, it doesn't matter. And this will show me the corresponding teams to my tax advice. Let's just go to the site so you can see how that looks. Here we have the tax advice case, Greenwald. And if I go to my teams, I can see that we are now landing on a tax advice team. And here we can see we have posts, we have files. This looks pretty much like a normal team, but we have also here a case home. So this gives me the complete WorkPoint look and feel, and I can do everything in here as I could do in the browser. So for the user, doesn't matter where he's working, whether it's in Teams or in the browser. I can also have tabs with other things on from the solution. So say I wanted just to have a document list, so that would be my case documents I have here, or maybe just the tasks that I have on a separate tab. So you can design your Teams experience as you want. There's tools in WorkPoint to do this. So it's up to you or your users how they wanna work with Teams and WorkPoint. Now, Finally, one thing we haven't touched so much on is the whole thing about emails. Emails today is still everywhere. People have deemed email out many times. It will be replaced by chat and other things, but people are still sending mails, lots of mails. I have here on my case, I have if I can hit the button, I have a mail list. It is very empty. So let's assume that we have received an email that we need to file on this tax advice case. I will then jump to my WorkPoint Express, and here I have my WorkPoint Express right in my Outlook. As you can see, I have the same modules as I have in my solution. So let's search for maybe just search for the client. Vault, and here I can see I have statements, contact persons, cases, tax advice. That was the one we were talking about. So here I have my tax advice, I have my documents, I have my emails. The emails list is empty as we saw, but we assume that we just received a very important mail that we need to file on this. So we will simply drag and drop this mail on the case. So now it's just suddenly it's moving from my inbox where only I can see it now to be on the case where me and everybody else with access to this case can see it. And I stress it's for people with access. WorkPoint is security trimmed, and you can manage individual access rights for each case, for each client. Everything can be done down to the individual document or email if you want to. But in here I have again a completely different interface with everything, every access to everything in WorkPoint as well. I can search, I can create new elements, I can create cases, I can create documents just as I could in the browser. So I think this is pretty much where we got to with the demo. Let's just say that, oops, that was the wrong way. If you want to have more information or customer cases, they are available on our website. We have also a LinkedIn profile, a YouTube channel as well. So please look us up and go and follow. If you have any questions, I think Florian has logged them, so there might be some we can answer. Florian, have you had any questions?
Yes, we had some questions. I sent you the questions via Teams, so it's easier. Maybe you can read them and then answer them. But I want to give the people a little bit more time to yes, actually write in some questions. So maybe it's a good time to say, like you said before, please check out our YouTube channel, the WorkPoint 365 Explore. There we have also a lot of nice interviews, also tips and tricks. So a very nice category with small short videos where we this week had the time displacement, which you showed, Asger, of copy cases with a time displacement, which is very nice. So if you check this out, there are a lot of interesting videos as well. Of course, we have also another webinars in the future. So check out our social media channels and also our website. So Asger,
I got the questions here. Yes. Question one, the task I create in the web form, are they viewable and usable in other Office 365 apps or only in WorkPoint SharePoint sites? And unfortunately, it is WorkPoint or SharePoint tasks that we're using. And the reason for this is that we still are waiting for Microsoft to come up with a complete generic task concept. So we're limited to what we have to work with from Microsoft. But the good news is I know that Microsoft is working on this. I don't know if it's released yet, but it will be soon. So there will be a more generic task concept from Microsoft. And I also know that our development and product team are looking into how we can implement that so we can have generic tasks used in WorkPoint as well, and they can be viewable in other Office 365 applications. So give time and it will come. And question two, unfortunately, that is probably something I can't answer, but we will follow up on that. The question is, do teams allow the creation of new channels? And if so, how does it handle private channels in WorkPoint since they're essentially new SharePoint sites? It's beyond my technical abilities to answer that, but we will follow that through with our techie guys. And when we follow up with the recording of this, it will be shipped. The answer will be shipped with it as well. So sorry, I have to wait a little bit for that answer. I don't know, Florian has any other questions right?
Right now not, but this we're getting used to it that your presentations are pretty good. So that's why we have no questions. So yeah, I think that's it. If you have any more questions, contact us directly as well on the homepage. So we're very open to help you or to answer your questions. Of course, we are also very interested in new things. So just contact us. I think that's it for today. So thank you very much, Asger, first of all, for your brilliant presentation. Thank you all for joining the webinar. So if you want, like I said before, if you want to get more information, go on our WorkPoint 365 channel or the website or our social media channels. So I think we provide a lot of information. Thanks for coming, and check out our website for the next webinars. And I hope you have all a nice day and see you soon. Bye.